Exercise 5. The Journey Map. We decided, as in the last exercise, that our product is going to be an electrical mountain bicycle. The electrical mountain bicycle is a bike with an integrated electrical engine, which can be used for propulsion. It relies on three components working together to operate: the electric motor, the battery, and the drivetrain. It is a perfect combination between a motor and a traditional bike, ensuring you a unique driving experience.
For this exercise, we're going to use two personas of the previous exercise, Marco and Thomas.
Now we're gonna describe our customer journey map. Customer journey map will be composed by different phases. Each phase will be analyzed by the touch point of the client with the company, what the customer will think in each phase, and the feeling of the customer through the phase. After that, we will be able to understand the moment of truth and the experience of the customer.
The first phase of the customer journey map, in our specific case, is the awareness or how the customer get in touch with the good. This step mainly encompasses all the methods that increase the awareness of our product for our customers, such as marketing, social media, TV advertising, or even friends. In this phase, it is important that all relevant information needed for the purchase is officially communicated, clearly showing its advantage over the other products and through the most effective productive channels. Considering everything mentioned, it was decided that to increase awareness, advertising in social media and sport magazines was going to be used. The touch points we can find in this first phase are social media, ratings, reviews, testimonials, promotion, and advertising. During this first stage of the journey, the customer asks himself questions such as, how can I look for information about the product? Moreover, throughout this stage, the customer will experiment the desire to buy our bike. And finally, the first moment will occur when the customer watches our advertising in social media. If the advertising does not regenerate immediately curiosity within the customer, he may ignore and continue looking through these friends' profiles.
The second phase is transportation, or how can people get to the store. Our product is not the most famous one, but still we prefer to own our store instead of relying on bigger stores, resellers. We want all our stores to deliver a feeling of competence, friendliness, and simplicity of purchasing. For this reason, we need to let our customer be able to park close to the store or to have a close bus stop nearby the store. There are going to be different touch points. Online will be available all the information about the position of the store, the parking lots, and the lines of buses available. This information must be very easy to find and to use because our customers may change the idea about visiting our store if they are difficult to find. Every store will also have a telephone number available also online, giving the possibility to call the store and talk with the shop assistants to have more specific information about the opening hours and how to get to the store. It is very important to make the customer feeling comfortable and to give him always the time that he needs. Third phase in the customer journey map is the first interaction phase with the shop. In this phase, the customer will enter the shop. At the entrance of the shop, there should be a welcomer who kindly greets the customer and leads him in response to his wishes. The welcomer is the first physical interaction point of the shop. Because of this, it should be smart and friendly as much as it can. Also, the signboard of the shop should be attractive and lively. Because of the first impression is crucial for the customer, after passing the gate, customers should not witness a jammed environment. It should be enough fresh, products should be lined up properly. There can also be a small track where customer can test drive.
The next phase in the customer journey map is the assistance. In this phase, after the customer enters the shop, he may have some questions or requests for advice. And therefore, each shop on average there will be two assistants ready to help people out. Moreover, in order to ensure an enjoyable experience, the customer service must be on point, and to satisfy all the questions customers can have, he should also know about bikes. The touch points in this fourth stage are the store, the salesman, and the point of sale. During the first stage of the journey, the customer asks himself questions such as, who am I asking for help? Answer in the store, the customer may feel uncomfortable if he is the only one in the shop with the two workers. Nonetheless, if the shop is full, he may not receive attention from the employees, which could also make the shop experience less enjoyable. And finally, the moment of truth will occur if the shop assistant attends him or not. If it does not receive the attention it needs, the customer may feel ignorant and will leave the store with empty hands.
The fifth phase, instead, is how the customer will receive his product. The bike is not the easiest object to move. For this reason, we need to let the customer decide how to bring their new purchase at home. The customer will decide to take the bike directly from the store or let the shop assistant to deliver it at home. In both cases, the touch points are with the shop's assistant at the shop or online. They will help the customer to place the bike on the car, and in case of an online purchase, they will deliver the bike at the customer's home. The experience must be easy and comfortable, so the customer will be more likely to repurchase from us or make a good review online. The potential last step of the customer journey map is the return of the bike. This will only occur if there was an error with the bike or the customer expectations are not fulfilled. Nonetheless, even though it does not seem to affect the profits of the company, a good experience and service when returning the bike could create a regular long-term consumer. Therefore, the process for returning a bike should be as clear as possible, with clear instructions of what steps need to be followed to return the bike and the conditions. In our case, to return the bike, if the customer paid a fixed fee, the company will carry the bike back to the store. If not, the customers themselves need to bring it back. In the last phase, we encountered 4 touch points: the service and support teams, the online help service, the store, and feedback surveys. When thinking of returning the bike, the following question may come up in the customer's mind: under which condition can I return the bike? Is it necessary to go to the store? Where the contract's information? Will I get the entire amount paid back? In that phase, the consumer feels disappointed by the experience given by the product, and he may also feel embarrassed for returning the bike. Finally, the potential last moment of truth, when the customer returns the bike, and based on how it has been treated, he decides or whatever, you may not come back. Which brings us to the next point, the walking of personas through the journey map. So Marco, in this stage, he will compare products, analyze the advantages of our bike in comparison with the competitors. He will be really excited to test out the bike. Moreover, he also has the benefits of having a professional technical team that will recommend him the best bikes and that will share their opinions with him. As we said, Marco will accompany with the technical team and they will arrive with a van. They will park at the parking lot of the store and they will get the position of the store online. At the entrance, our welcomer will meet Marco and greet him friendly. And before Marco arrived, our welcomer had been informed and guided Marco. Marco drives tests of the bike and the truck under control of the employees. In the assistance part, Marcos may encounter some problems, since he knows a lot about bikes and his needs are really specific. The knowledge of the shop assistant may not satisfy his needs. Marco will go to the shop, as we said, with the technical team, and also will arrive with a van to carry the bike. The shop assistant will help Marco and the technical team to put the bike in the van in the parking lot. Finally, to return the bike, Marco will pay the fixed fee to use our transportation service, which would all increase Marco's satisfaction with our company's services, and may even convince him to repurchase once again our store. Then we have the second personas, Tom. Thomas will learn about product existence through the sport magazine. This would increase the curiosity Thomas has about the product, and consequently will start looking for reviews about the product, videos, and the official website to analyze the characteristics of the bike. Moreover, he will also compare our bike with his competitors, and after considering all the benefits and costs, he will decide whether to buy it or not the bike. Thomas will look the position of the store online, and he will call if it's possible to try the bike and also to know the opening hours. After discovering that everything is okay, he will take the bus to the closest bus stop. All the information were online, and so it was really easy to get to the store, but also it took a lot of time to analyze all the informations. At the entrance, Thomas asked welcomer to the place. The place of the bike that he liked, and he will be directed to an employee. Then defines and evaluates the bikes, and finally drive test all the bikes that he choose. In the assistant part, due to the high price of the bike, Thomas may need a lot of reassuring and recommendation from the shop assistant themselves. He may ask them if they have ever used the bike and if it's worthy. In order to convince him to buy the bike, the possibility for testing may be crucial. Thomas, after the purchase, will receive the bike at his home with a free of charge service offered by the store. If Thomas' expectations are not fulfilled, he will return the bike. Since he probably does not want to spend extra money, he will come himself to the shop to return the bike, which could increase customer satisfaction with our company's service, as he's very busy. In our customer journey map, we found some problems. Here we're going to describe them and try to correct them with just creativity. The first problem we found is connected with the margin that we receive by selling the bike. That is high, but not high enough to cover the service free of charge of shipping the bike. For this reason, we may reconsider the availability of this service. Another problem that we found is connected with the time required by Thomas to discover the position of the store. We may need to resolve this problem paying internet services to show our information before others to help our clients to find us. Another problem we found in our customer journey map is related with Thomas' experience. During his experience, the store will be so crowded that we will need more employees. In order to resolve this problem, we can hire some part-time employees. Another problem we found in our customer journey map is related with Marco's experience in our store. As we mentioned before, the shop assistant may not know enough about the specific case of Marco, and he may also be recognized by fellow customer, which would decrease considerably his experience with our company. Therefore, to avoid this from happening, a delivery try-out system could be created. Of course, an extra fee for this service needs to be paid. This new aspect will be announced in our official website and advertisement.